Hi everyone, I'm Yax.
And I'm Harumi.
We're going to give you a walkthrough of many of the kits that we will have available at this year's Chicago Yarn Crawl. Some are new models that we've created this year, and others are some that we released in the fall of 2021. So if you've seen them, you can fast forward a little, but if you haven't, there's a lot of wonderful things that we have prepared. So let's start off with this beautiful jacket, well, cardigan and hat set.
This is done in Comfort Chunky, and it has a lovely diamond patterning in the back as well as in the hat.
Then we come to this super cute poncho and hat set.
So this one was done with 2 skeins of also the Comfort Chunky. The hat is missing the pom-poms. I still need to add those, but this was really quick and easy to knit up and make. And we definitely have different colors depending on your favorites.
We have about 6 different colors of this yarn, so definitely you can choose your own palette for your own little poncho and hat set. Next up is another little poncho that we love. It's called Baby Gaga, and it takes 2 skeins of Blossom Chunky by Hayfield. If you're not familiar with Hayfield Baby Blossom Chunky, it is a self-patterning yarn, and as you knit, you create these little blossoms, so you really don't have to do anything but just cast on and knit.
We also have different colors available.
This item coming up is made with what has become one of my favorite yarns to recommend for blankets, some of the christening items as well. This is made with Baby Glitz by Cowl, and it comes in different shades, and the pattern where the blanket is at also has a pattern for this beautiful cardigan.
And there's cables throughout the entire cardigan, as well as the picot edging, and then you have the option to do the neck or without it.
The blanket is made with marzipan, and it takes about 3 skeins of Baby Glitz for you to get this size blanket, which is folded right now. But I've also used this yarn. I try to use it as much as I can, but this yarn I made this bonnet by Tin Can Knits, and I hope you can see the detail and the shine that it brings through. This was an easy knit. It took about 4 or 5 hours to make, so definitely recommend it for small projects as well. Oh yes, all right, this is brand new this year to us. It is King Cole Comfort Cheeky Chunky, and it is a self-striping yarn. It is definitely for winter wear. When you come in and you touch it, you are going to see just how thick and warm it is. And it also comes with a pattern for a hat, and these like pom-poms that are very prominent in these designs. And we also have patterns for this blanket, also made with Comfort Cheeky Chunky in a different colorway, and it showcases some of these pom-poms. So it's definitely a fun yarn to make baby items with or children's items with, and it's super warm.
And we do have other colorways as well to choose from for this particular patterns.
Next up, and I think I'm missing, did we do a Comfort Erin? Oh, no. Okay, I lost the model. But here is a little blanket made with Comfort Erin. So it's within the same family by King Cole, but this one, it comes in the shape of a shark, and I believe the pattern contains about 4 different patterns for these types of blankets.
So if you don't want to do the shark, you can definitely do, like, they have a little mermaid, they have a little monster, and they have a bunny as well option to do the blanket for.
Okay, I think I found the other model that I was looking for. It's just buried here. But it is this little model of a hat Also made with Comfort Aran, and I think that one took one skein. Obviously one of each if you want to do a separate color, but you won't need a lot of the second one. So if you want to do two hats, maybe a pink with white ribbon, and then do the white one with the pink ribbon, or just mix and match. All right.
And then we have the blanket for Baby Yummy.
Disclaimer though, this one, I am trying to finish out the pattern for this, but I haven't had a chance to do it. But this one is knitted up with Yummy by King Cole.
And it's a super chunky, really soft chenille type of yarn, which we also have in different colorways.
And the yarn is super soft. Definitely something I was hesitant to design anything with it, but I really enjoyed working with it, and I hope you enjoy working with it as well. So if you have any projects that use this type of chenille yarn, Yummy is a good alternative. Okay, this one I believe we released in the, not released, but showcased in the fall of last year, in winter time. It's the Sidewinder cowl. It is a one skein cowl made with bee wool by Universal. It is a superwash yarn, so you can definitely throw this in the wash. Hopefully I'm not.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm not lying. No,
it is a wool blend. And it only took one skein to do the Sidewinder.
We love working with this one because it comes both in solids and multis. And if you saw our videos from last time, we had the knot knit cowl. It was a crocheted cowl. So you can see how the multis work up as well. Okay, this is another one from last fall. And this is
a simple yet effective cowl. This is also by Tin Can Knits, and this was done in Sugar Bush Motley, which is a DK weight yarn. It's an alpaca blend yarn, and it comes in several colorways, and as you work it up, you see that it does the striping by itself.
And we'll talk more about this yarn in a project that I've been working on for a bit. But now it's time for this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous shirt, or blouse I should say. Made with Harvest by King Cole, and this one has a little bit of alpaca in it, correct?
It does. So this top comes in two different options. You can use the short sleeve or a long sleeve version. This particular top takes two of these 150 gram skeins. This one I believe is this colorway, which is Babbling Brook. So it stripes up really nicely, comes in different sizes. And
the feel is just so soft. You're really going to enjoy working with this yarn if you choose to do this shirt.
And it definitely works for our region just because our winters tend to be really cold.
Right.
So if you want a short sleeve, just keep nice and warm still. You can use it almost year round.
Mm-hmm. And now this is a version of the Glimmer Shawl, which is an in-house pattern, and I always want to say that this is made with a door by Universal, but it's not. It's made with the Deluxe DK.
Super wash. So it's a super wash yarn. I did it with two skeins of the Deluxe DK. This time around I wanted something different, so I did a little picot edging. And this color comes in like solids and little heathered colorways as well. And we definitely have several options to choose from depending on what your favorite colors are. We have some greens, some different blues. We have a darker gray here and this gray, and then I like this golden color as well.
I think the golden color and this one are my favorite of the Deluxe line.
Yeah.
Okay. This one we did showcase partly during Yarn Curl, the last videos that we did last year, but it was unfinished because I didn't get a chance. So like the other blanket that I showed, but now it's finished.
And this is the Sitka shawl. It's a crochet shawl done in a DK weight yarn. And how many did it take you?
It took me three. So about, what is that? Almost 900 yards of a DK weight.
As you can see, we have a thing for red.
Yes.
But red's not your color. We definitely have other colors available. The Adore does come in solid colors. Some tend to be very muted, so depending on your favorite color, we have several options available.
And we will try to have prepared kits for you, but if you don't see them here, just ask us and we will put something together for you. All right, so we'll do this one first. This one you're familiar with. This is the fjord cowl that we did, that Rue put together with King Cole's fjord yarn, which is a self-patterning yarn. And you just cast on and knit, and the yarn does this on its own.
This time around we have some new colorways. So here we have some more fun colorways. This pink with blue, purples, more neutral tones. And my two favorite colorways this one is called Bach, and it has this yellow and like bluish gray tone to it, and then this lovely dark green.
That is just a lovely color.
Oh, it's a little blurry, but there we go.
And then we happen to have a yarn that's very similar to fjord, but it's in a different weight. It's in an worsted or Aran weight yarn called Nordic Tapestry, and it does the same self-patterning. This one was knitted in the round and seamed.
So this one you work in the round, you make this really long tube, pretty much use the entire skein, and then seam it together so you can see how the pattern works itself, the yarn works itself, and we also have in different colorways as well.
If you subscribe to our newsletter, you would have seen this cowl in one of our newsletters. The difference between this yarn and fjord is that this yarn is, aside from the weight, is a wool blend versus fjord. Okay, so now we come to the items that are right behind us. And I'm sorry, we still have one more?
Yeah, we have the hats and stuff.
Well, these are for, okay, sorry about that. This is a hat made with Shiver by Sugar Bush.
So this is a Tin Can Knits hat. It is a spruce hat, and I did it with two of these skeins, and we have other colors available here and one that's missing somewhere on this table. But really simple to work up with. And then we also have a cowl with Nymph, which is a cotton blend yarn, which is surprisingly soft. Not that cotton isn't soft, but the way that this feels, it just feels really nice and cool to the touch. It does a chain net style yarn. And we did the Metabilis cowl with this one. Metabilis is a pattern designed by us.
I was surprised by how luxurious it feels once you knit it. I mean, even in this game, but once you knit it up, it just changes everything that you could think Nymph would feel like. So we're very, very happy with how that turned out. Right behind us, we have a sweater that I made using the Ursa Minor pattern by Catherine Cieslak. Jacqueline Cieslak. And what I did was I used the smallest size that she, in her pattern, to create this oversized sweater, which would fit around a large or extra large frame. It took me one skein of revolutions. I didn't even finish the skein. But if you follow her pattern, if you need it to be bigger, you can definitely just follow the pattern with a larger size. I wanted it to be kind of loose and then just really like something to like put on early fall, not really for like super winter. Then we have Jewel Spun Poncho by Serdar. Jewel Spun, if you're not familiar with it, is an acrylic yarn that self-stripes. So it creates a lot of texture with just the way that the yarn stripes and the way that it knits up. And we have a wrap here that we showcased last year. So if you're looking in some of our videos, you'll be able to see different colorways of Jewel Spun. And then over there by Rue, we have the Wave of Change jacket. And that one is done in our Popular Chunky by King Cole. And how many skeins did it take for you to make that size? About 4?
I want to say about 4 or 5.
About 4?
Yeah.
So about 4 makes about a large, extra large jacket. So you can definitely, if you want to make it bigger, I can't remember right now what size her pattern goes up to, but you can definitely check that one out when you're here. And then we have,
sorry, technical difficulties.
I'll just move it, don't you have to worry. This is the Moon Whistle Shawl.
By Andrea Mori.
Thank you. It was at the tip of my tongue. And I used 3 different self-striping yarns, which I'll show you. I used a skein of Color Burst, and this one is in the Horizon colorway. I used a skein of King Cole Riot, as you can see all the colors there, and this is in the Neon colorway. And then I used a skein of Landscape in the LS06 colorway. And because they're 3 separate self-striping yarns, you get all of this texture. And it's really simple garter with some slip stitches in between. I really enjoyed making this pattern, and you will have a lot of yarn left over. I wanted to continue, but I was on a time crunch, but otherwise it would have been like a really awesome, well, it is really awesome, but just a larger size. So you can definitely keep knitting until you're out of yarn. Okay.
We have a few more items to show.
These we left till the end because even though they've been created, the pattern has not been finished. So this one has not been blocked or anything. We usually don't block a lot of hats, but this one is made with Sugar Bush Chill. And it has these really nice like star-like or flower-like stitches. This is variegated yarn, Chill. And then this one is a solid. And it takes 1 skein of each. And then I will not promise that it will be ready by Yarn Crawl, but it's something for you to kind of keep an eye out for when we do release this pattern. Okay. The next one was just kind of on a whim. I wanted to see if I could make it. And I ended up making this hat, which when you put it on, you get these little ears. So it's like a fun hat for the winter time. It's super, super warm. It uses Alpine by Serdar. If you've never used that yarn, it is like a really soft, kind of like fur.
Like
type.
a furry yarn.
Yeah. We've done a couple hats with this and we enjoy working with it. So it turned out nice. Again, no promises on the pattern, but you know, we'll try to get some of these in. And then finally, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, we do that one?
So then we have a cowl, which is done with Cascade Pacific. This one is knit flat, and then on one end you do the buttonholes and then attach your buttons on the other end. This is a very simple basket weave-esque type cowl. So you can definitely do it longer if you want to do it longer, or maybe you want it to wrap around a couple times. But it just took 1 skein of the Cascade Pacific for this. And we have other colorways available as well.
And then finally, we have something I've been working on for a while. And I really, really wanted to have it ready for Yarn Crawl. But I ran out of time. So this is my version of the Night Shift by Andrea Mori. And it is, I only used 3 different colorways. One is, again, King Cole Riot, but in a different colorway than this one. It's a little bit more muted. I forgot the name of it. And then I used these 2 colorways of Sugar Bush Motley. and I want it to be bigger, so I'm definitely going to end up using 2 of the Riot skeins and 1 each of the Motley. I'm looking forward to finishing it, and we'll try to have it here on display because it is such a fun pattern to make, but also the colorway is just coming out so great with these 3 different yarns, and I'm hoping that you're going to like it once it's finished as well. We know it was a lot of information to take in. You can definitely pause and go back if there's anything that you'd like to take a closer look at. When you come in, stop us, ask us questions. We are here to answer all of them. We are here to put kits together, and we're really just happy to be able to see some of you that we haven't seen in a while and meet new knitters and crocheters and spinners and everything.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye.